Hey guys, what's going on? Raven Eyes here, and welcome back to the channel. So I want to make a tutorial video on pretty much like getting into drifting as a beginner on BeamNG. I'm kind of a beginner. I kind of know what to do, but I don't. I played a lot of Settle Corsa, and I figured I'd just do this tutorial since I just upgraded my mic. I assume I sound better. I don't know. I'll check that back in the and like replaying my video, but I hope my mic is a lot better now. Um but yeah, let's get into this. So first thing you should worry about when it comes to learning to drive on a sim racing like rig, and I like to play it in first person, by the way. So I hope this kind of like helps you. I don't know. But regardless, first thing you should worry about is your wheel. I just recommend going direct drive. I think 5 or 6 Newton meters of like strength of torque is a good baseline on where you should like pursue. And honestly, for the money, for the bang for the buck, for what you get, the best options is Moza. It's pretty obvious. You can see here I went with Logitech. That's just because they're just a big name company, and they'll probably have that like good support. But Moza is getting pretty big now, and I bet they have good customer service. I bet they do. I don't know though. But with like seeing everything out there, I kind of want a Moza wheel now. But regardless, this is what I got, and it works really well. Actually, Logitech's direct drive feels really great, and I mean, I have nothing to compare it to because it's my first direct drive wheel as well. I'm not like some fancy content creator who gets to try out all the wheels, Anywho, that's what I recommend. There's obviously Camus. Camus, I think that's what it's called, Camus direct drive wheel. From what I saw, it's super cheap and affordable, and that's just a great option as well. Honestly, any direct drive wheel is better than Logitech's gear-driven stuff, and I guess but better than belt-driven too, because there's less of a delay. Everything you experience is one-to-one, and that's what you want. You want a one-to-one experience. You want immediate feedback, and that's why it's called direct drive wheel. Anywho, beyond that, let's go into settings. Yeah, the first most important thing is obviously your wheel, and honestly, just having a good wheel is already a win right there. So we go here into the settings, go to controls, you go to force feedback. You click here and you click the plus sign, and you just assign your controls. And once you find your controls, hit apply, and just going over the wheels. This is very basic stuff. Wheel you'll get an option here, I assume, but it seems like it's automatically applied when I assign my wheel. But make sure it says wheel direct. Your steering angle. This is pretty important to make sure it matches the same steering angle that you have assigned to your wheel. So like I can reduce this to 900, and you can switch that to 900. For the most part, you don't need to touch any of this unless, I mean, like I said, you want things one-to-one. You don't need to change the linearity of this. You don't need a deeper curve or a more, you don't need that. That's even worse, But if you have to adjust this, no, don't go below 1. Don't go below 1. I don't think you need to do that. The dead zone, I can only recommend this to like maybe Logitech's gear-driven wheels, but for the most part, you don't need to do that. You definitely don't need to do this. Why restrict your wheels? You need as much data as possible to do the best you can. Here, make sure that's enabled. invert it if you need to. So I guess actually when I bought this whole setup, my pro pedals and pro wheelbase is it's like inverted in all games, so I always have to invert it. Now this is important right here. Based on your wheel, you need to pay attention to the strength, and the first three sections, the bullet points, you see is entry, mid, and high range, high end wheels. And my wheel falls in the high end, since it's 11 newton meters of torque. So I just went with the highest strength because the stronger your wheel, the less strength you need. So for 11 newton meters, I adjusted it for 200, and I changed my the strength of my wheel to 6. That's what I personally chose to do, and it seems to work fine. I had it lower to 140, and I didn't really enjoy it. But if you have an entry level wheel, maybe bring it up to 500, and if it feels too strong, lower it down little by little. Which I assume is most Logitech owners. And you can actually max this out to 1,000 if you actually need to, but that sounds crazy. I wouldn't. I don't know if I did that, but yeah. Steering lock. Don't really know what this is. I assume it's the it holds. I assume it holds the wheel in place. I tested this out at 0. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Like it's applying a force, trying to pull the wheel back into a valid steering angle. You can see my wheel just bouncing. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Let me try it real quick. I'm gonna hit apply, add 0. And yeah, it's not there anymore. I'm gonna try it at 0 and see how that feels. I've been driving like that for quite a while. But it does say that maybe you need some, maybe you don't. Try this out. Maybe try it at 50. I don't know why mine was at 100. That does sound kind of fishy. Maybe I did that ages ago. I'm gonna try it at 0 and see how that feels. Side acceleration. This might help you in drifting, or it might not. But this applies forces as pretty much when you're going sideways, or anything impacting you sideways. So bumps on the roads. What else? If you're climbing a hill or a rocky mountain or something like that, you'll feel more impacts because of this. This might even cause your wheel to oscillate back and forth, especially with Logitech gear-driven wheels, and that might be more annoying. But if you really feel like you need this, just slowly bump it up, just a little bit at a time, and try how it feels. And this might help you, it might not. Reduce strength while parked, I do that. Use Logitech features, I kind of don't care. I have this kind of not working in the Logitech software, so I could turn this off. It probably doesn't do anything, but I'll leave it on anyways. Smoothing. This is an interesting thing. I think it helps. This helped me a lot when I had my G923, and when my wheel is like straight and I'm going straight road, and I hit a bump or something, right? My wheel will start trying to oscillate back and forth. Or sometimes when I'm just driving straight and I turn my wheel slightly, and sometimes I let go of the wheel, it'll oscillate back and forth. And smoothing could help reduce those like micro bumps, those small little bumps that hit the road. But the problem is with this, so you want to do a little bit at a time, and it even says so right there. Pick the lowest possible value because you're gonna reduce the effectiveness of your force feedback. So be mindful of that. Upper rate limit. This is an interesting one. Let me switch back. Let me go back over to the smoothing. So again, this will reduce those micro vibrations, like I said, just like it says in the description. and especially for gear driven wheels, like you hate that grinding gear noise. This will help kind of reduce it or calm it down, but you're gonna find yourself trying to increase it more and more little by little, and it's not a good idea. You can always go to your Logitech software and adjust your filtering or whatever it's called. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what it's called, but I assume it's like filtering or something. Um, Upper rate limit right here. This will send data or feedback to your wheel, right? And this is basically the refresh rate. The higher, the more detail, and honestly, the higher you do, the more likely your game will crash. So be careful with this. It does say set to automatic if you're not sure, but if you can't, if you know, try lowest 30 and increase little by little, see how it feels. Maybe it'll have an impact on your driving or not. Fast, I don't know what to do with this. I just leave it at fast because that says leave it fast, so probably don't need to touch that. Now right here it says use correction curve. I don't know how to import your correction curve. This is basically like a LUT, and you can generate it with it'll create a wheel.csv. It's like a LUT. Let me do some research real quick. All right, sadly, while I was doing research, I was looking at my phone and I saw what to do. So, I mean, my internet disconnected, so my PC is just not connected to the internet for whatever reason. Gonna have to figure something out about that. If you watch my previous videos, I've been complaining about it for the past month. So, that's why I love BeamNG instead of Corza. They're not always online. Anywho, back to the current topic. You just go to Google. I mean, not Google, YouTube. Type in BeamNG force feedback. Like, fix BeamNG force feedback, and there'll be like a video by Talks with Noise, I think. BeamNG fix force feedback. I find this funny. I'm doing it on my phone. Yeah, there's gonna be a video by Talks with Noise. There'll be a link that leads to a Dropbox, so you're gonna have to make a Dropbox account, and it'll be sort of like a wheel LUT generator to make that wheel.csv file, and it'll create a curve. So I actually already have it downloaded, so luckily I was able to do that. So that's cool. Where did I put it? So wheel check, it's called wheel check. It looks like it's for iRacing. I don't know how to generate the LUT, so yeah, sadly I can't really show you guys, but here it is. I assume you'll like type in your actual wheel angle, so I'll put 1080 for mine, but it's on default by 900. Just look through this and see other tutorials and how to set this up. Since this is for iRacing, I bet you can just Google wheel check, and you can generate that file. I don't know how to load it up to BeamNG, so let's go back real quick. Controls. What am I looking over there for, dude? Am I nuts? Oh yeah, use response correction curve right there. And you're still gonna need, just because you generate this does not mean you should ignore the rest of this. That doesn't make it perfect automatically. You still need to fine tune your settings, adjust your strength a little bit, because this strength is based off of your wheel. Maybe you want the side acceleration, like I said, steering lock. I just dropped it down to 0. I was at 100, right? That's crazy, and it feels better now. This is something you're just gonna tailor every day and get perfect for you and your wheel and your driving style. Once you feel it's perfect, you can go to your vehicle configs, tuning, and for whatever car that you have, all you have to do is just adjust the overall strength, and you don't have to mess with that anymore too much, right? So say like I just want to do straight race, I don't want to more grip driving and more traditional circuit racing where I'm just slowing down before I approach a turn and um, slowly speed up as I hit after hitting the apex or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a pro racer. I'm still learning. Maybe you want to bump up your force feedback because you like to feel more feedback from the road. Oh no, my car's moving. Do not move. I'm stepping on the brakes. But yeah, this will adjust the force feedback strength for this specific car. And and your global force feedback, which is all the other settings, is set. Let me get my foot off the brake. Let me load up a different car while I'm here. So the next thing after you get your wheel set up, right? Vehicle configs, tuning. I don't know if I went over this, but I think I did. So if you get the new Ibishu Street Drift car, you're gonna notice it's on right-hand drive, and just go to interior, and if you want to go back to left-hand drive, which is like most of the world, there you go. And voila. I mean, you didn't see it. I mean, if you own BeamNG, you already know. So instead of being Japanese style, back to American, right? Okay, what else? Just in case. Where is it? Controls? Your throttle, brake, and clutch, right? Those are the next things you need to set up. So vehicle, throttle, brake, and clutch right there. Really, you just need to adjust your throttle. You can adjust your brakes too. I have them both set to 2. But right here, I'm gonna step on the throttle to about this point. Let me actually switch the view. So right now I'm at this point, I'm at like 3,000 RPMs. If I put it back to 1-to-1, like it was originally, right? And let me reopen that so you can see. So you can hear it's already loud, dude. Dude, I'm red lighting. And so this is why you need to adjust this curve as well, because you need better throttle control. So I mean, shoot, you maybe even 3, right? Maybe you want 3. Let me see how that feels. So if I step the same amount, dude, I don't want that. So that's 2,000. That's 3,000. That's 4,000. Right here's 5,000. So 5,000 is at 50%, which I don't think I want. I'm gonna put it back to 2. That's how I like it. But that way you have more control over your RPMs. That's what drifting is about. This is not pedal to the metal. But yeah, let's get back into let's just test it out. So once you get your settings to where you think you want it, now you gotta test it out, right? So just start. Oh, nice. What a great start. What is happening, dude? Is my game broken? I think my brake was, yeah, my handbrake was still on for some reason. Second. So the Ibishu Street Drift version is a great, it's actually tuned already really nicely. You can still adjust things a little bit too. Maybe we'll get back into that later. You just want to throw your car and see how it feels. Let me, you know what? Let me find find something, some other map. Alright, so here we are in the... I think I recommend this map. This is Drift Island. You can look it up in the BeamNG repository. Look, type in Drift Island, and you'll see. I mean, you can see all this. There's like several courses on one island, and it's all centered around drifting. So this might be a great map to kind of just learn how to drift on in BeamNG. Yeah, let's head back. Like that little transition. I came to this spot because there's a little circle here, which will be a great opportunity to practice drifting right on this corner right here. And it'll be right here on the map. Over there, right by the blue little building right there. Ooh, I don't like that texture though. This is my first time on this map, by the way. It just, you just want to go in a circle. Maybe in first gear. Second gear. A clutch kick. And just try to figure out how to hold it. Practice and play with the throttle. And give it a little more gas. You might spin out a few times, but that's okay. Practice controlling your throttle. Give it a little bit more every single time. Clutch kick and it's mostly hands-free, but you're still gonna need to, control the wheel. And so the wheel will naturally counter steer, right? What gear am I on? Second? Okay. Something feels weird. But yeah, the wheel will naturally want to counter steer, so you just let it go at the right moment. If you find yourself spinning, doing, spinning out, just like what I did, you did not let go of the wheel soon enough, and or you gave it too much gas. So, knowing that, I either need to let go of the wheel at the right time. Okay, why is... And give it a little bit of gas right now. So this is kind of what you want to do. The more throttle you give it, the more sideways you'll go. And in addition, you'll need to give it more angle. But if you do that too much, you might spin out a little bit. So you might need to let go. And every time you let go of the throttle, your wheels will grip up more again. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Let's do this in third person, just so you guys can see it, right? Because most of you guys are gonna play in third. Right there, and you can see my little RPMs. So, what am I trying to say? I don't play in third person a lot because I think it's harder. Racing and driving in general. But for drifting, you can kind of cheat by seeing the angle of your wheel as your car goes sideways. Pay attention to your RPMs. And your wheel angle, right? Just listen to the engine and it's like an auditory response to how much RPMs you're giving it, right? The louder it is, you're giving it more RPMs. All right, and again, go back to your settings. Oops, wrong button. Go back to your settings, you know, your options, and controls, force feedback, and adjust your force feedback strength and your smoothing and or side acceleration and steering lock to suit your drifting style. And I think once you fine tune your settings to be correct, you know, you can use these settings for any and all cars pretty much. And all you have to do now is go back to vehicle configs, go to tuning, and any car, any other car that you would use, you know, all you have to do is adjust your where is it? Chassis setup specific force feedback multiplier. So if you feel like your force feedback is too strong, you can lower it down, and you know, this might help with like maybe a different drift car maybe. That way you can slow down the speed of your wheel, and you can figure out how to adjust accordingly. And you know, as you slowly learn the car, you can bring it back to 100 because those are your perfect settings, right? Say like you're actually driving a normal race, right, and you want to feel the bumps in the road a little better and all the curves and all that kind of stuff. You know, you can bump it up, and you don't need to worry about going sideways because that's not how the car was built to be, you know. But that's all up to you. I'm gonna go back into first person because this is how I prefer to do it. And you can see I'm doing a better job in first person. I'm even in first gear. So once you do that and you mastered kind of controlling your drift in a donut, I don't know this map, so I don't know what I'm doing. You want to link corners, right? So let's try to link like 2 of them. Oops, I failed right there, dude. Right? I really don't know this map. But you know, you're just trying to link 2 and then try to step it up and link like 3. You know what? Let's find a different spot, shall we? Let's find a different spot in this map. This one's a little too tight. I don't like it. Probably do that in first gear, but I like drifting in second. So let's find a good spot. I think here? No. Here. This is the spot. This is not the spot. It's wet. No, thank you. Alright, it's gotta be here then. B course. Right? So I am planning on going right here. Somewhere right there. Anyways, we want to link multiple which I'm not very good at myself, by the way. Especially in this game, since I'm kind of learning it too myself. Might want a manji. Okay, I just failed that. But this map seems pretty nice to learn how to do it. Dude, I just failed. Please. You can tell I need practice myself, but definitely want to figure out how to link multiple turns. And the more you can do, the better you are. This is personally what all I want to do. Oh, wait. Damn. I almost did 3. I almost did 3 real badly, but, you know. Why would you want to learn how to drift? It's just fun, you know? It's just fun. And you can apply this in normal, like, Touge driving. Like, I'm more into Touge. So, I have a couple older videos of taking on Akina in Assetto Corsa, which I do literally too much. I think everyone does too much. But it's fun. It's fun. So if you found this video a little helpful, really I just wanted to play with my new mic, this little monitor I set up here, just my new gear. I got a little turn signal over here behind the wheel here, right there. I just like playing with that. But anyways, you know, if I just wanted to actually try making some content with better audio quality, and I really hope this sounds a lot better. Definitely go on practicing. Remember why we game, just to have fun. Why would you want to drift? You can use it in other skills as well. You know, helps you understand slip angle, helps you learn how to get back in control of your car. I think it's a great thing to do. So, I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Alright guys, we're back, and I decided to load up a different map. This is kind of a different part of the tutorial, and so I wanted to go over sort of parts for kind of like a beginner parts to kind of putting together a beginner drift car, lower horsepower drift car. Say like you just want to start from scratch, right? So let's load up a stock vehicle. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going with the Ibishu because you know it is the newest, most upgraded suspension that they have. So I'm gonna go with the base Diana manual. This is automatic, and I'm gonna go with white. And as you can see right here, we're actually right-hand drive. So my brake and shifter should be on this side for this setup. Let me turn on the light real quick, just for a bit better lighting. So let's go over parts. Yeah, might as well. So we have a stock vehicle, obviously, and let's change this to. I already did this earlier in the tutorial, but whatever. Then change this back to left-hand drive. And if you go here into more settings underneath the dashboard, we have maybe you're picky about this manual shifter. That way, when you look down, you have a manual shifter right there. It was automatic. The rest I'll leave alone. That's just cosmetic anyways. So we have a stock vehicle, right? I think the first two things you want to do is upgrade your struts to race coilovers and your sway bars to race sway bars for the front and rear. Oh, right. And for steering, let's just do quick ratio steering. You can do drift steering if you want to, but then try quick ratio. For the rear suspension, they're the struts to race coilovers and rear sway bars to race rear sway bars. Then you want to If you want to do like straight up, just a completely beginner drift car, you know, just weld the diff, right? You don't want to do weld the diff, but you can also do limited slip differential. If you want to be fancy like that. Let's see what else. And you know what? I'm also gonna do this for better airflow. Let's upgrade the exhaust to high performance. And if you want to upgrade anything else, sure, go ahead. You know what? Let's do that. Race stock intake to. I wonder what the sport intake feels like. Actually, I never really tried that. If you want to do adjustable race ECU, I don't remember what that does. What does it give you access to? Is it this? Or is it... I think that's what it gives you access to. So I think it gives you access to like the RPM limiter. No. It said adjustable. Parts. I'm kind of learning as we go. There's tons of customization in this game, so let me go back to stock ECU and see. Yeah, it got rid of that. Okay. So maybe you want that. Maybe you want that too. The reason why would you want to do this? Maybe you want to do testing. Maybe you want, like I did, a couple of my old videos. I did like a beginner drift car build and bringing it into career mode, which I'm gonna probably play after this tutorial. You know, you can upgrade whatever you feel like you need to, or not. In fact, I'm gonna just leave the rest alone. We don't want to upgrade too much. But really, I just wanted to upgrade the... Yeah, you can upgrade the engine as well, 2.4 liter. But we'll stick to see if I could drift this or not. But yeah, I think all you really need to do is quick ratio steering, welded diff, and upgrade your to race coilovers, your struts to race coilovers, and your sway bars so you can adjust them. Because that's what you're gonna need for drifting. Next, check your live wheel data right here, and really what's important is your toe. You're gonna want that to like maybe a negative 0.05. That's what I like to do. So it's towing out. Where's front? Front, caster, camber. Let's do caster as well. So we're gonna... You can just play with this a bit. I'm gonna... You know, around there. And this will affect your self-steer in a sense. I don't really understand the physics, but your caster will angle your wheel out like this, I believe, which will cause your wheel to pivot kind of like this. Your toe, let's do -5, see what it looks like. Apply. Yeah, it's 0.05. Okay, that's what we want. Your rear, you want positive toe. So it's at 22, which is fine. You can have it at 0. Some people like to have like a neutral setup. I'm gonna... What was that? 11? Let's see what 12 looks like. 13? Let's try 15. Let's just jump a couple bigger numbers. Yeah, let's do -15. So kind of like I don't know why it just moved. I was aiming for 0.15. What else do you want to adjust? Honestly, everything else you adjust based on how the car feels. Which we're gonna test out right now. Nope. Dude, I love having a little screen here. Now I could like actually make sure you guys see what what I see. I want to adjust the mirror so bad. Okay, that's what I was talking about with Logitech gear-driven wheels, but it's doing it on mine. That's crazy. So we're on Gunma uh, Sports Center. Dude, do not crash, dude. So I just found like I couldn't drift right there. There you go. Okay. Let's try. Oh boy. So I like testing my setups for more on a Touge course because I actually prefer to do Touge, not really a lot of drifting. And what I'm finding is I get clutch kicked though. Oh man. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I'm gonna fix some things. So I noticed that I had a lot of understeer. So I'm gonna go back to vehicle configuration, bleh, and we're gonna adjust the. So I want more grip. So let's look at the spring rates right here. 70,000. Spring rates 60,000. All right, so that looks fine. Yeah, there's more grip in the rear. Rebound dampening 12,000. So it's already set up mostly for softer rear, stiffer front, which is kind of what you want. But I noticed that when I'm trying to turn into a corner, it's not really turning in a lot. So anti-roll bar is a little different. So the stiffer your anti-roll bar, the more that half of the car will roll more. It'll sway side to side more, right? So instead of making this stiffer, we make it softer. So there's more mechanical grip, I guess, and it'll be kind of like better turning, and it'll sway left and right a lot more, which, that's why it's called anti-roll bar, I guess, which makes sense. I'm gonna drop it down to 70,000. I think it was an 1800. No, 180,000. So now it's 170,000. And I noticed let's try this out. We're gonna tweak things little by little. I noticed that compared to the Street Drift Edition, that my steering wheel is a lot more aggressive. Let's drop back down the second gear. Okay. Yeah, it turns in a lot more. Ooh, I just realized you guys don't see what I'm doing. Let's start that over again. Dude, my keyboard's not working. Please, no more technical difficulties, dude. I'm just trying to play a game. Just trying to play a game. Yeah, that feels a lot easier, but it's definitely. So I think it's turning in fine. Ooh, that's a pretty cool crash. That's pretty cool, dude. What is wrong with my keyboard? It's okay. That button works. Weird. I'm gonna turn it on and off. Let's keep going with the video though. I don't need my keyboard for everything. So I noticed that my car does turn in more, but it's not like drifting. It's not like sliding out the rear. So what we want to do is go to configs and back to tuning. And this is like a slow process. You don't have to do this, by the way. This is just like a little bit of extra. So tuning rear. So we want this to be stiffer, the anti-roll bar, so it can roll out a little bit more. I'm gonna do 25,000. Let's see how that feels. And this way you don't have to adjust your springs and all that. Interesting. My R button works, but it doesn't work in BeamNG. How strange. Okay, maybe I just wasn't in game. Anywho, let's test this out. Yeah. And again, you're doing different setups for different disciplines. Oh yeah, that kicks out. That rear end kicks out a lot more. Okay, please get back under control. So if we clutch kick into this turn, okay. This is terrible. Okay, let's try that again. Dude, why is my steering wheel so... Wow, this is crazy. I might need to... So, again, we're just trying to figure out how to tune this. And, it is working. It's not as clean, as perfect as the street-tuned drift car that's already pre-set up. But, you know, we're learning, and this is, you know, kind of fun for me. You kind of learn how to tune your ride. And it is working. Not to the best, but yeah, it's working. Let's see, what else did I feel? I'm not really sure what I felt. I gotta really try that. I noticed that I'm not really... My car grips up like really quick. Okay. Let's just... The goal of this video is to now complete a fully functioning drift car. So my rear end doesn't seem to really kick out as much still, so I'm gonna bump this up to 29,000. Maybe I have too much grip. So what else? I wonder how my dampers will... I need to remember 12,500. I'm gonna increase my dampers and see how that affects the slide. Because I really don't remember. Stiffer it feels different. I don't know if it's easier. Nope, it's not easier. get to enjoy a little first-person crash. Nice. Gotta love BeamNG, dude. Anyways, let's get back into this. I'm gonna reset my springs back to oh, okay, there's a reset key. I'm gonna up the spring stiffness, I guess, to 70,000. I hope that makes it less grippy. A little bit less grippy. And then I feel like my front end is fine. But you know what? I'm gonna drop this down to 6,000. Maybe I just need more turning. Let's try that out. So I just realized I didn't really show you guys what I changed. But I changed the front anti-roll bars from 17,000 to 15,000, was it? There is definitely more turning. Ooh. Yeah, that was way better. Okay, I think adjusting my front anti-roll bars and making it softer made it better for drifting. Again, we're driving a pretty slow car too, but we're driving it fast. Dude, come on, slow down, this is dangerous. Ooh. Oh no. Let's try to complete this course, yeah? Just for fun. Yeah, you don't need to drift every corner, you know. This is a Touge run right now. I mean, I would love to drift every corner, but I'm not that good. It's crazy. So I have the same force feedback settings when I was tuning my drift car, but oh boy, can I still run? Nope, my steering is messed up. Let's keep going anyways. So yeah, driving. Okay, yeah, let's just try to. What was I talking about again? Wow, I forgot. Okay, buddy. Let's go back. But yeah, I mean, that felt fine. It's okay. It still needs work, but I can actually kind of drift it now. Kind of. The steering wheel's a little aggressive. But Okay. Just having a little fun. Let's put my hazards on. Anywho, I think that's all I'm gonna do today. I mean, the final part of the clip, dude, come on, I just want to. Final part of the clip, I think we done pretty well. Oh wow, and you know, just want to play with your settings, adjust them, when tuning your, I guess, beginner drift car. I think it's fun to try to start out with a stock vehicle and try to figure out how to make it drift. I think it's fun. That's why I like BeamNG in a way. Makes me kind of wish they had more realistic cars, but you know, this car was inspired by a lot of different things. You know, especially the S chassis, the S15s, a little bit of the Skyline too. I can kind of see Skyline in this, which is really really cool. I'm really enjoying this. I've been enjoying BeamNG so much. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this clip video, and I'll see you in the next one.